Good evening, buenasera, buenas noches, erev tov, shalom BBYO! Where's Arizona? Arizona, we want to see you. So friends, just 6 weeks ago, I walked into the Shaarei Tzedek Hospital in Jerusalem, Israel, room 5161, to visit a soldier who was severely injured in Gaza. Despite the severe burns and the many scars on his face, his spirit was unbroken. During our conversation, he suddenly interrupted me and he said, "Rabbi, I know it's hard to look at me. You see, my cheeks are not my cheeks, my nose is not my nose, my forehead is not my forehead. Nothing that you see here is mine. But there is one thing these evil terrorists will never touch." And he pointed to his heart. He said, "You see, this heart that is beating with love and passion will remain unscathed forever and ever." Tonight, as I humbly stand before you, I can see this loving, passionate heart in each and every one of you. And I can sense it beating with so much Jewish pride, with so much life. And I'm so deeply moved and inspired. Kol hakavod BBYO. So, William Shakespeare famously said that some people are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Friends, we live in times in which greatness is thrust upon us. And to this greatness, we must together exclaim, "Hineni, here I am, unreservedly, ready to heed the call." But what does Hineni really mean? Tonight, allow me to share with you just 3 brief insights. First, Hineni means that we recognize that we are each indispensable, that we each have a unique role to play in bettering our world one mitzvah at a time, one soul at a time. I'm inspired by the story of my dear friend, Sapir Cohen, who was held hostage in Gaza for 55 days. And tonight, friends, we pray all together for the immediate release of all of the remaining hostages. May they return home swiftly in good physical and emotional health. But Sapir told me that when she was led to those pitch dark tunnels, she turned her eyes to the heavens and she said, "God, Hineni, Hineni, here I am. If you want me to die, Hineni. If you want me to live, Hineni. But I know, God, that you sent me here to these tunnels so that I can bring light to this darkness, so that I can be of help to my fellow captives. And so, Hineni." This is what gave Sapir the strength to survive. And this recognition that even in the darkest of places, we have a mission to fulfill as God's agents of goodness and kindness is what gives us the strength to survive and to thrive too. Second, Hineni means that we will never define ourselves by our struggles, but rather by our infinite potential, our divine soul, she'ein la shiur, that has no limits. Rachelli Fraenkel, whose son was murdered by terrorists in the summer of 2014 in Israel, once told me, "Rabbi, I am in pain, but I don't become my pain. I am in tears, but I don't become my tears, because I know that I have a divine soul that is unconfined by the circumstances we may face." Finally, Hineni means that we recognize that we, yes, you, each and every one of you, and all of us, are never alone. God is with us. Our ancestors of 4,000 years are with us. Our families are with us. Our friends are with us. Our communities are with us. And yes, BBYO is with you and all of us each and every day. 3 years ago, my beloved son, Yisrael Mordechai Chaim, decided to leave the comforts of his home in Scottsdale, Arizona, to serve as a sniper in the IDF Unit 101, a paratrooper unit. At the time, my beloved wife and I could never have imagined that he would fight in a war, risking his life every day for many, many months. last year, on November 1st, 2023 exactly, during a fierce battle in the northern part of Gaza, terrorists launched an RPG at my son and his unit. His good friend, Yair Nefusi, of blessed memory, absorbed most of the blow, and he fell into my son's hands, where Yair took some of his last breaths. As Yair was dying, he lifted his thumb and he whispered to my son, "Yeh beseder, yeh beseder, it will be good, it will be fine." 3 months ago, I asked my son, who was now in the battlefields of Lebanon, "Yisrael, what gives you the strength to continue to fight on, to continue indeed to stand for our nation, to risk your life every day? Aren't you exhausted?" His response shook me to my core. And I was astonished because he used the same words that Yair used. "Abba, al tidag." Abba, he told me, do not be worried. Yeh beseder, yeh beseder. It will be good. It will be fine. Friends, Yisrael understood that he wasn't alone. Yair and his stirring words were left ringing in his ears and were with him. And Yair understood, even as he was dying, that he wasn't alone. His friends were with him. His community was with him. Yisrael was with him. And so they said without hesitation, "Yeh beseder." It will be fine. It will be okay. BBYO, looking at each and every one of you tonight, gathered from across the world, with such love and unity, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, I too know that Yeh beseder, it will be good, it will be fine. For as long as we stand together, as long as we say Hineni together, and as long as we do so with love, with respect, with dignity, and with Jewish pride, I know that Yeh beseder, and I know that the darkness of our world will finally be overcome by your light, by our collective light, until the whole world will see with utter clarity. And please, you know the words, you know the song, until the whole world will see with utter clarity that Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Thank you so much.